Hi, everybody. It's Tanya Atomic, and you might think I look different, but it's because I don't have my makeup on right now. So usually I, wear makeup for these videos. Just kidding. I'm here with my friend Joe Voegele of Stogele Films, and I am all dolled up like this. Why?
Because we're shooting currently our new film, Specimen 6, the slasher sensation. And Tanya was very nice, and she said that she would be in my movie, so we just got done shooting her segment. Tanya is playing Lucifer right now, and that's why she is like this.
Spoiler.
Spoiler. That's okay. I'll spoil the movie all over the place.
This whole thing is a spoiler.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about this movie and how you got it together and all that stuff.
Specimen 6 originally started in my brain a couple years ago. So I was working on a short story called Experiment 6. And I was working on it, and I came up with like the first little bit, and I wrote about 4 pages. I really liked that. But then I couldn't figure out what to do with this short story. And so I put it away, and then a couple years later, I was looking through things, and I found that, and I decided that that would be my next project as far as a movie goes. So I transcribed the first chapter into one of the shorts for this movie, and then everything else just started cascading in my brain, and I started throwing everything down and throwing up everything, really. And so I decided that this would be my great homage to slasher films.
So tell us a little bit about Stogele Films. How did you get that started? Who your partner is? All that good stuff.
Okay, so Stogele Films is a co-production between myself and my filmmaking partner, John Stone. So we couldn't think of any really good names that haven't been taken already. My original idea was to call it Sticky Pickle Productions, but surprisingly, that is taken. You look it up on the internet, I'm like, oh, somebody came up with that. But so we just we couldn't figure anything out, so we took both our names and we put them together. We originally started 4 or 5 years ago with The Last Temptation of Bible Boy, which was our first film. And then we put things on hold for a while, and when we started working on stuff again, we decided we actually needed a production title, and so we came up with Stogele Films. And that's just been kind of snowballing ever since then.
So how did you actually get started in filmmaking?
So about 5 years ago, was the first time that I went to Crypticon, which is the horror convention in Seattle. And before then, I was just studying at college and working on my history degree. And I'd always had aspirations to be a filmmaker, but not really the drive, not the willpower to do so. And after I went to Crypticon, it kind of gave me that big boost that I saw all these other great independent filmmakers there, and I saw what they were doing, and I thought, I have no good reason that I haven't made a film yet other than I'm lazy and I drink too much beer. So I told my friend John that we have to do this. John was there, and so we came up with this story, and I said, no matter what, we have to make this movie. And so I put everything behind it, no matter how draining it was, and we wrote a script, we cast it, we set aside time, we got a little bit of money together, and we shot our film. And that was my beginning about 5 years ago with The Last Temptation of Bible Boy, a horror comedy you can see on YouTube right now.
And do you have future plans, future ideas for films?
Yes. So since Bible Boy, we've done a couple other things. We've done kind of a nursing instructional video for a community college. So that was interesting, just putting our different skills to the test there. I've done a couple of shorts on YouTube, which are just kind of dumb little horror shorts. And then Joe Sherlock, who is one of my favorite directors that directed Odd Noggins and the Blood Creek Woodsman and a whole bunch of stuff like that. We became friends through Crypticon, and we were hanging out for a few years off and on. And then he called me up one day, or texted me rather, and he said, hey, I'm doing this movie, this anthology called Dark Zone 13. I was wondering if you want to do one of the shorts for it. And for one, I said, yes, it's awesome, because I've been waiting for, to be asked like that, for something like that for years. And so I jumped at that chance, and Joe already had a script for me, and it was called The Doll. And I was really excited to work from something he had written, and so that really propelled me. It was like a second B vitamin shot to the filmmaking arm that got me wanting to, well, get back up on this pony again and keep on going with it. And then after the doll, we had a great premiere. DVD came out, and then that's when I started working on Specimen 6. As far as the future goes, yes, that was the question, where we were going there. So after Specimen 6, we're going to be doing some audio plays. We just did a Christmas special, which was an audio play, a very Specimen 6 Christmas. And while I'm working on a actual Christmas movie script, which I would really like Tonjia to be in, but that's going to be in like a year and a half sort of future. What we're doing right now is getting Specimen 6 done, doing some audio plays to put on in podcast form, and then we're going to be working on a straight-up Christmas movie sometime in the future, which is untitled, and that's the tentative plan for now.
And what advice would you have for anyone interested in filmmaking?
If you're actually...
If you do.
Oh, I do. If you're actually interested in making movies, make it. You have no reason not to do it. It doesn't matter if you have 5 cents in your pocket or if you have $5 million in your pocket. There's no reason not to any more these days. You got your camera on your phone if you have a phone, or you have just any rinky-dink camera laying around the place. It doesn't matter the quality, even if it's a 15-year-old digital camera or even if it's a VHS recorder that you got. There's no good reason not to make a movie, no matter how good or bad or anything. So if you want to make a movie, seriously make a movie, find it somewhere in your heart. Is this for real? Pick up a camera and make it, no matter who's there. Even if you're one person there, make a movie. But be true to yourself about it. That's it.
And is there something that you feel like you've learned over the process of making films for the last couple of years?
I've learned every single time I do a new short, a new movie, or anything like that, I've learned a million different things. As far as filmmaking, every time I do a short, I always learn what not to do. And so I'm constantly learning, like, oh, well, okay, there's just basic common, like, writing rules, like how to write a script, how long is a script going to be. Figured that one during my first production. I thought I wrote a 15-minute movie. It turned out to be a 45-minute movie. That was, interesting. I've learned who is reliable to work with and who is not. I've learned what makes the best blood. As far as Caro syrup, red food coloring, blue food coloring, and a little bit of chocolate syrup. And you got to play with those things and you'll come up with something good. I'm constantly learning as I go, and that's what I think I like about filmmaking most, is it keeps my brain engaged. And you never stop learning if you're a filmmaker.
And what was it like working with me?
It was amazing, actually. Yeah. So
I'm just joking.
No, it was. So I was really excited when Tonjia asked me, like, do you got any, like, little bit part? Because I'd like to work on some acting stuff. I said, I got better than a bit part. I'll write you a fucking great part is what I'm going to do. And so I sat down with my friend Amy, and I said, we have to write the best role for Tonjia as possible. Because I have so much respect for Tonjia as a filmmaker, with After Plain Devil and Manos Returns and all the shorts that are on her YouTube. So make sure you go check all those shorts. Companion is so beautiful. Actually, Companion really inspired this one, Specimen 6 in Hell.
Wow.
Yeah, I love that film. And so what was the question again?
Oh, I just was asking what was like working with me, because I like to turn everything back to myself on my channel, but I'm just...
I mean, I got so excited up to this day, and then we were actually shooting earlier. Once we got the makeup done, the makeup took, 2.5 hours or so, like that.
A lot. Yeah, and they did a good job.
I think we shot everything in 45 minutes, but she nailed it. She was like 100% there. She had her lines down. So there was, everything was set to go. And probably one of the better experiences of my filmmaking career thus far. Yeah, and also, working with a good friend. So it was fun.
So I do have to say I really enjoyed having lines that were challenging.
Good.
Having dialogue that was different than common language because of, this type of character that I'm playing. So I really enjoyed that. I loved the dialogue. I thought it was so good and so unique and a challenge for me, because I've never played that character like that and like this. Like that. So yeah, I just wanted to let you know.
Thank you. That makes me feel good as a writer.
And if people are looking for you online
Yes.
or out in the world, like where are they going to find your stuff?
Go to Stogele Films. That's Stoegele Films, separate word, on Facebook. And we just got a new Instagram thing too, which we just started a couple hours ago. But our Facebook, actually, we have lots of cool stuff on Facebook. We do live events all the time. We just did a Christmas special audio play. We ate spicy wings and threw up one time. And Tonjia is partly responsible for me barfing all over the place. And
I actually am responsible.
I think she threw the last few dollars in the bar.
Guys, we got everybody to throw. I was like, come on, $5. Everybody, let's go.
So if you go to Stogele Films on our Facebook page, you can still see that video. We do lots of live cool events. I'm always writing new content for our channel, and I love to engage with people who are filmmakers and also people who love film. So if you ever want to just talk about movies, talk to me on Stogele Films or go straight to my Joseph Voegele Facebook page. And let's have some cool chats.
Right, I will put links to all that stuff below so that you can go ahead and check out his films. Keep your eye out for Specimen 6. And thank you so much for being on my channel.
Yeah, thank you. This is awesome.
And thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.